Hi there, everyone. Welcome to 127 Reacts, where we react to trailers every Monday and Wednesday. I'm Jeff, and I'm joined by Yule. Just sexually assaulted that Rubik's Cube. Okay.
It was
And
consensual.
Mike.
And Dominic.
Hello.
And today, well, if you didn't read the title and you just clicked on this video blindly, you know,
Power to you.
power to you. Yeah, good on you, mate.
Or if it auto looped like from a playlist.
Or if it did that, we're watching the trailer for the new animated film from Sony. It says right there, Garfield. Yeah, we thought this film was a joke when it got announced, but here's that trailer. So we're gonna get into it, right into the trailer. We're gonna talk about it afterwards, what our thoughts were on that. We're gonna give you scores from each of us, and then we're gonna compile those scores into one complete studio score. So please stay tuned for the whole video, because you're not going to want to miss our opinions on this lasagna-eating cat cartoon. Because who wouldn't want to listen to a bunch of grown-ups talk about a kid's cartoon?
It's kind of what we do.
So we do.
Play. Fix and post.
There we go. Oh my god. I'm so scared there's dogs. I saw Oliver and Company once.
You guys still need to watch Homeward Bound.
No, we don't.
My daughter loves that movie. Oliver
Shocker
and
taste.
Company. Oliver and Company.
Oh,
Not
you
Homeward
say-
Bound. We haven't watched that shit yet.
I take that back.
You don't like Oliver and Company?
I do, but it's
Shit.
not Homeward Bound.
Why is that fool eating alone? What a loser.
Well, he's John. What do you expect?
He's an adult. Let him enjoy his pizza alone.
He obviously wasn't enjoying it.
Oh, just let a random street
you hungry,
cat.
little guy?
In. Oh
You want a little more?
How did it go?
And that's how I adopted John.
Oh my god, I almost threw up.
No, please, no. Ow, it's so hot. Ow, it's really hurting. Ow, ow, ow.
yeah.
Who's doing the voice work? Oh,
Say when.
Never, John. Bury me in cheese. I apologize in advance. The eating you're about to see will not be pretty. And if you have young children, this would be a good time for them to leave the room.
yeah.
Hey, Junior. This is Vic, my father.
You ever jumped a train?
Oh my
I've
god.
never jumped.
Here's that
He's so fat.
Really? Where?
Oh, Odie, you think he'd see that coming?
Let's get it.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
Go for it, please.
Yeah, Garfield. Okay, when they announced this, they said that Chris Pratt was voicing him. I thought it was a joke because they had just announced that he was doing Mario or something, or the trailer for Mario just dropped, and it's like, what else is he gonna voice? And it was like Garfield. I'm like, okay, that's funny. And then we got this trailer, and I was like, oh shit, they were serious about that. Okay, well, it just sounds like Chris Pratt. I don't know what I was expecting. Like maybe him to do a funny voice, but what does Garfield even sound like? He's a cartoon, or he's a newspaper cartoon. Like what does he
Wait,
sound
Jeff,
like? What?
you've never seen any of the, animated Garfields or like the live action Garfields? Like,
No, I never
Orca Zorpa Field.
oh, what that is.
never
The
seen.
Rick and Morty reference.
That's why I didn't understand.
I have
I'm high enough IQ.
no. I'm not a Garfield enthusiast.
You even see like the Bill Murray Garfields?
No, I never saw those. I don't think so. I might have, but they have
Two of 'em.
since left my mind. This whole thing with his dad, not sure how that's going to go. A lot of generic kids movies kind of throw that sort of thing in there. Yeah, I mean, but even when they throw it in there, like it doesn't really work because they always do the same thing. I don't know. It's cute. My daughter wanted to watch it. I put it on the TV because I'm not going to take her to a movie theater because I'm not a responsible parent. But We'll see. We'll see. Well, it's not floating my boat, but I know some boats that may be floated by this. So I'm just gonna give it a 5. I'm just gonna give it a neutral 5 because I'm not against it. I'm not like hyped for it. Like I said, I'm not a Garfield kid. I'm open to the idea of Chris Pratt, the fat cat.
You come up with that right now?
Yeah, let's say I listen to Eminem sometimes.
Unlike Jeff, I was a big fan of Garfield. I grew up on Calvin and Hobbes, Garfield, Peanuts. Like, those were just like my go-tos for books before I got into novels. I loved the Bill Murray run of Garfield. So like the first one and even the second one, it's got its charm. Like, they're shitty. The first one's actually pretty faithful, but the second one, like, it's shitty, but it's fun. And I think I know that there's like Garfield animations and like people have like there's definitely been like voice work for this character before. So I like felt physically sick when it was just like Chris Pratt. Like, it's just they were raw dogging this. Like, at least he put some effort into the Mario movie, which also sucked. But like, this is just it doesn't fit and it feels so unnatural and like my skin is crawling. I didn't really have like a lot of skin into this game, but I have been following Sony Animation's release lineup, and this was one that I was like, this is going to be interesting. I'm really curious how they're going to handle this. And like Jeff said, I don't know if the story is enough to be intriguing, not even from like an adult perspective of mine, just like origin story of Garfield and Samuel L. Jackson as the dad. Cool. So I was curious, but now I kind of regret that this existed. Just leave us with the live action Bill Murray. Let that live in our hearts, and I will give this a 3. That's the number I keep coming back to, and I don't think it's like.
Jesus Christ! Just give it a Remy's, why don't you?
I'm not upset. I'm just like disappointed, and like a 4 is like a I'm not really.
Give it a 5. What the?
No, because it's not average to me. They fucked up Garfield. They forced Chris Pratt to like take on this role, and he's not really doing anything with it. And like the only thing that really stands is the animation. So it's like that's where I'm like 5 is like average. 4 is like
You give
I don't
me
really
crap
care.
when I like
No.
and then I give it like a semi-low score, and you're like, I'm gonna give it a 3.
I come back to this question though. Is like, what did we expect Chris Pratt to sound like?
I don't know. I didn't know he was gonna play Garfield. Like when we were going into this, I thought he was playing John. I didn't know where the casting was going. I just knew that they were making.
I mean,
Garfield
like
movie.
Bill Murray. Didn't Bill Murray sound like Bill Murray when he was playing Garfield? Did he do a voice?
Really?
How's a cat person supposed to sound?
He's not a cat person.
I mean,
he's Garfield.
he was able to make that Garfield his own. I would say, I
I
guess.
agree with that. Yeah.
Were they even that good?
The first one's fine. I think like it's
I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, Garfield's a Garfield movie.
How would you pause here for a second? How would you do a Garfield voice?
Me?
Yeah, what was your if they came to you and said, yeah, Yule, hey, Garfield, you in? How would you play him?
I'm not a voice artist. Are you gonna ask me this on the spot?
What would you make him sound like?
If I were to make him sound like anything, and I'm not gonna do a voice, it would just be like a monotone, very bored, kind of lazy kind of approach. Like that's what Bill Murray brought to it. Like it's Bill Murray if he's like stoned the fuck out, where it's just like, oh.
Yeah, because Bill Murray's just always stoned the fuck out. That's how he sounds.
That's true. So maybe he was built for the role. But the point is, Chris Pratt's not putting any of that energy into the voice. It's just Chris Pratt from like Parks and Rec. It just, I don't know. It just sounds like him.
Meow, lasagnas.
That's what I want from Chris Pratt.
From Chris Pratt.
But he's giving me Jurassic World.
Hey,
Meow.
John, I hate Mondays.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
That's perfect.
Wow,
actually.
really?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should have auditioned for Garfield.
Well,
I
hey,
would have watched.
You know
I would
what?
have watched you in Cardinal.
The internet bullies the studio enough. Get that
I
changed.
could hear it. Yeah.
You have
Makes
until
good Garfield.
you have until summer.
Hey guys,
Hashtag Jeff for Garfield.
I fucking hate this dog.
This is perfect.
Like you, I watched the Garfield movies with Bill Murray. I didn't read the comic books, but I also remember seeing the occasional Garfield and Friends cartoon, and so like I already have like a predetermined voice where it's like we were saying, Jeff, like kind of low energy. You know, Bill Murray was probably like a little bit more energetic. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I had like a set voice in mind. So realizing Chris Pratt was Garfield, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be like another Mario thing where like everyone hates on it, and then everyone's just like, oh, it's not that bad. But I didn't care for Chris Pratt as Garfield. I was coming back to the trailer, and there's like 2 instances, or I guess technically 1 because it's back to back, where like I think he has like a good Garfield voice, and it's like around the 150
He's got the timestamp.
or 154 mark, where he's like, I've never jumped. Like I thought that tone like was the perfect voice for Chris Pratt to play at Garfield. It's a little bit further. Just let it play real quick.
You ever jumped a train?
I've never jumped.
Here's that stop.
Really? Where?
Like this, I thought, well, like that's a good Garfield range for Chris Pratt. But then thinking back, I'm like, they should have just got Nick Offerman Garfield. Like I think he would have been so much better.
Yeah.
He would have been an excellent casting for that.
He looks even kind of a little bit like
I like him.
Garfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like Ron Swanson with the mustache
Maybe that's what happened.
and the scowl.
Maybe like they asked him, Nick Offerman,
said,
to do
"Oh."
it, and he's like, I know a guy, because they're Parks and Rec
Oh, buddy
buddies.
Chris from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Back to the trailer. Yeah, I feel like if they cast a different actor like Nick Offerman to be Garfield, I'd probably be more into this. I also just don't care to meet Garfield's dad, really. I think I'm too used to the cartoon where it's just like little snippets of like Garfield and Odie.
Yeah.
Otis? Odie and then John. So him going on this adventure or something to meet his dad or whatever, or hang out with his dad, like I don't know. It's just not for me. But I don't think it's terrible. This is probably not for me, but I don't think it looks terrible. I would probably give this like 6.5.
I knew it. I was gonna call it 6. I'm getting better at reading you. All right, 6.5. You said?
Yeah. Like if it had Nick Offerman, I think it'd be like a 7, but yeah, I don't know.
I would give it a 7 flat out if Nick Offerman was in it. It's just like, if you don't have a good Garfield, the fucking movie just falls apart. It's just the cat movie now with Chris Pratt. It's the Chris Pratt cat movie. Anyway, the Chris Pratt cat movie gets an 8.3. Wait, no, 4.83. My bad. 4.83.
What to say? That was way too high.
Sorry, 4.83.
All right, you heard it here. 4.83 is the score that we give Garfield. Well, like and subscribe, comment down below. Who do you think would voice the perfect Garfield? What do you think of our takes? What's your experience with Garfield? Tell us all about it. We might read it. Maybe
I got
not.
my fan cast.
Oh, what?
Owen Wilson. That's just one out of left field, but I would love to see that.
Wow.
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 Good night.
Wow.